Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. I'm Spenser, and I'm one of your hosts in this podcast that we do. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you some conspiracy theories. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon. And of course, I am Jordan.
Now, before we get to pontificating, theorizing, and philosophizing, we must first talk about the places where we can be found and reached and contacted. The places where you can tell us what you think and how you feel. That is information that Jordan is going to give you right now.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're at all of them. Find us at the League of Melanated Gentlemen, LMG Podcast. That's where you can find us at. Come hang out with your boys and, join a community of people who are, nerds and lovers of pop culture like we are. So
Mhm.
yeah, don't forget to rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other streaming services you do. Like, subscribe to YouTube, all the good stuff, all the good, great stuff. Schedule updates, of course, on Mondays is when the main episode drops. Find us out. A whole bunch of episodes out there for you to check out. On Tuesdays bi-weekly, we have LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That's a Marvel role-playing game that we play here on the channel. And if you have been tuned in with us, you know that we are completely done with the Alien Earth adventure, and we are moving on to the next adventure, which is Deadpool role plays Marvel Universe. So join the guys as they have a little fun with Deadpool, I should say. And I have a special episode coming out. This one, I guess I can announce it on here. So if people listen to this podcast, they'll get a little ahead of the game. I had a conversation with Action Dice TTG. So if you know who those guys are, they do an amazing job on our YouTube channel. They put out a lot of actual play games, and they put their Marvel minis out. And they've been doing a fantastic adventure or a fantastic job on their channel over there, and they're starting to get into like more like rural role play games, I should say. So yeah, Action Dice TTG on YouTube. Go check them out. I got to sit down and have a conversation with both Copy and Paste. They're two twins, so funny name. But yeah, be sure and check out that episode upcoming.
Nice.
Brandon, what's going on in wrestling? Tell us about wrestling before we tell the people why you talk about wrestling.
Man, kind of same old right now. Anyways, we kind of have a lot of factions building. Seth Rollins is kind of building the Vision, who he was the leader of, is now going against him. And so Seth Rollins is trying to recruit a little crew to go against them. Roman Reigns is back on top, obviously. He's kind of, running thing. Bloodline is back, kind of running the show a little again. And yeah, again, Sami Zayn. As I said, the last episode, he's kind of back in the forefront, but kind of in a different way, a less beloved way. I will say, shout out to my guy in the Mexico. Shout out AAA. They've done. I feel like right now AAA is the best product right now that WWE is doing. For those that don't know, AAA is a legendary promotion down there that's been going for decades and decades. But WWE bought them like a year, 2 years ago, and all their events stream on YouTube. And man, they've done a great job of like sending the Latin talent who's from in America and the WWE, sending them down there and having them do some really cool stuff. So El Grande Americano is the biggest star in AAA. The funny thing is, it's just a German dude who speaks really good Spanish, and he wears
What
a
the heck?
mask. Yeah, he wears a mask, and he's made. At first, it started out as a mocking of the lucha tradition, but he
Yeah,
went down there, speaks like fluent Spanish. You would never know he was another, you know, race. And yeah, my guy, yeah, he's the most beloved character probably in WWE. Like when he goes down there, like he's running shit down there. Like it's kind of
yeah,
crazy. It's
So,
kind of wild.
so it's a big German man whose name is Big America
Yes,
in Mexico.
yes.
Okay.
He's so Ludwig Kaiser. He's actually one of Gunther's. Used to be one of Gunther's like sidekicks or whatever in the Imperium, their faction. But he wasn't getting as much time, and so they were like, Chad Gable he was doing the Real Grande Americano thing with the mask and making fun of people, the lucha tradition. Well, he got hurt. Luke Kaiser was like, I ain't got nothing else to do. I speak fluent Spanish. Let me go down there. He went down there, bro. Biggest star out there. Him and Dom Mysterio are the two biggest stars potentially in WWE. Like they killing shit down there. So shout out to them, and they do a really good job. Like I looked at the stream for the last AAA event, it was like 3 million views. Like
Dang.
they're doing really good. It's all like it's not on any other platform. It's all on YouTube, and so it's really they're doing a really cool job. So you might check him out. He's pretty funny, and yeah, it's kind of crazy how the Mexican fan base is like took him under his wing or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of the latest update.
And the reason Brandon knows that because he has a podcast called Wrestling with Worldwide Willis, who he has a bunch of episodes out there for you to go check out. And then we have DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That is Spenser Review Podcast, where he is talking about the latest and greatest episodes of Young Justice. Spencer, are you aware? Did you see the trailer for the new Batman Nightfall?
Somebody sent me the trailer and I didn't watch it because I don't watch trailers. But I am aware of the trailer. I know that it exists. I know that there is one. And I won't watch it because I don't watch trailers.
When would you get to that? Is that a type of thing after you finish Young Justice? Would you wrap back around to continue the movie, or do you? What
We
do you,
gonna
what would
see.
you plan to do with that? Okay.
We're gonna see. I have not revealed what the next review journey will be on DC Animation with Spencer and Friends once we have completed Young Justice. So perhaps.
Okay. But yeah, that's everything we have here.
Okay. Okay. So today we have done conspiracy theories on the show before. We've done some cartoon conspiracy theories directly related to like channels or shows, but what we haven't done is discuss conspiracy theories in real life. Now, for anybody who is uninformed, a conspiracy theory is basically just a theory that is believed by some to explain some like weird backdoor things that are happening in the world. And they're called conspiracy theories because they are often usually when people believe in conspiracy theories, they are kind of viewed as ridiculous. There are some conspiracy theories that are in fact ridiculous. There are other conspiracy theories that's like, well, perhaps. Just as some examples. The whole flat Earth is a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole flat earthers group. There are a lot of people who believe that the Earth is flat. That is an example of a conspiracy theory. But then, okay, so with that being the case, I want to say, for the record, Brandon had no desire to do
None.
a conspiracy theory episode.
Absolutely.
Like, he was not interested. And
Why is that? Why is that, Brandon?
he is here begrudgingly.
Yes.
I am not a conspiracy theorist because I believe more effort is put into the conspiracy and creation of the conspiracy theory than the actual thing that occurred. I think people give people way too much power in being smart. It's again, like Spencer said, some of this stuff is absolutely true. Some of this stuff is absolutely some, coerced, very thought out plan. But I believe in most cases, we give humans a little too much credit and we go, well, he created this master, this, great, underworld of going to, I'm just like, all right. And I've never been a conspiracy theorist. Now, do I just believe everything that's told to me? No. I like look at the facts, look at the resources look who told me it. But is that do I want to ruin a Disney movie thinking about how somebody got murdered and that's the reason that he had what I mean? It's just like that ain't fun to me. I'd rather just take what's shown to me, like it or not, and then keep it pushing. So yeah. But I am here, I am a team player. We are elite for a reason. I
And
might not be happy about it, but again, I think I can bring a different perspective. That's kind of what we're doing this. I can kind of poke and prod at some of these, and yeah,
well, and the thing about conspiracy theories is whenever I think it's very different to look at conspiracy theories in media versus conspiracy theories in real life.
Yeah,
Because whenever you're looking at conspiracy theories in real life, like again, that can affect real people.
hmm
And when it is or isn't true is actually consequential, as
right,
opposed to like in Hey Arnold, it was actually about a boy who had hydrocephalus instead of just a bunch of kids in New York, like or the whole Angelica and her issues with the Rugrats never existing. Like, that's inconsequential. But whenever you look at stuff in real life, 9/11 being an inside job, like that kind of stuff, it's like, oh, there's actual like that actually affects people because those are things in real life.
right,
And so there
right.
is a difference. And I when it comes to conspiracy theories, it's interesting because I would not call myself a conspiracy theorist. However, there is 100% some conspiracy theorist in me
Mm-hmm.
because I am fully aware of the Tuskegee experiment, which
Mm-hmm.
sounds like a conspiracy theory,
Mm-hmm.
but was in fact true.
True.
And that kind of stuff, the whole like, oh, the government would never, they fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like they did. So that's why anybody who says they just don't believe in any conspiracy theory, I'm like, all right, you're just not thinking. Like,
Yeah.
like you're not taking real life into consideration if you're saying that no conspiracy theory is true. Matter of fact, the term conspiracy theory, I think, has a conspiracy theory with it.
Oh, Spencer
Mm.
getting deep down into the rabbit hole right now.
Yeah.
Not
Let's
really,
go.
not we're not going very deep, but I mean, it stands to reason that the people who are doing the shit behind the scenes would come up with a way to make the people who are accusing them of the shit sound crazy. And
Mm.
so that's where I think the term conspiracy theory comes from is them saying, "Oh, you wouldn't believe this crazy shit, would you?" Like that person's got like them, the
Mm-hmm.
CIA or whoever,
The the mysterious
one of the
they.
one of the alphabet groups.
Yeah.
Uh they were like, "We need to figure out a way to discredit the people who are calling this shit as it is." And so the term conspiracy theory does that because there are a lot of people who, again, some conspiracy theories are absurd,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
completely ridiculous. How could you think that that is true? And then there are some. It's like, nope, that's what happened. Like
Yeah.
when some shit got declassified, there was a hard evidence.
I'm waiting on more information to be disclassified about this alien stuff because I believe aliens out there, but I'm not going to touch on it too much because I think it is on this list.
Mm.
So, with that being the case, we love an internet list also on this podcast. So, we're just going to ask the internet about some conspiracy theories, and we as a league are going to discuss them. Kind of see if we think they have any legs, if there's any validity, if they make any sense, or if they're just nonsense. So, let's see what happens.
So yeah, so this one is according to like time.com. This one's actually talking about separating fact from fiction. So in each one of these, I'm gonna read like a little small paragraph about what it is. And I think they are also trying to just separate fact from fiction, just like they said. So, and then I'm gonna use a combination of Wikipedia and then also some ChatGPT stuff that I pulled up randomly. So, with the first one, are you guys aware? This is pretty much everybody in America have heard of this one probably, but the JFK assassination. We're all
Yes.
familiar with it. So I'm gonna just
Mm-hmm.
read this one and we can kind of talk about it. So it starts off this much we can stipulate. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963, struck by 2 bullets, one in the head, one in the neck, while riding his open-top limo through a plaza in Dallas. Lee Harvey Oswald was charged with the killing, and the President Commission, headed by Chief Justice Earl Warren, found that Oswald acted alone. That conclusion hasn't passed muster with the public. A 2003 ABC News poll found that 70% of Americans believe Kennedy's death was a result of a broader plot. The trajectory of the bullets, some say, didn't square with Oswald's perch on the sixth floor in this Texas building. Basically, others suggest a second gunman, perhaps someone else on the grassy knoll of the plaza. Others believe that even broader conspiracy, Kennedy was killed by the CIA agents acting either out of anger over the Bay of Pigs, or at least on behest of Vice President Lyndon Johnson. Or they could have been he could have been killed by KGB operatives, mobsters mad at Kennedy's brothers for initiating persecution of organized crime. Speculation is all over on this one. History's most famous political assassination, most popular polar game. Anyway, 32% of people polled believes Oswald carried it out on his own. So this one is: do you believe that JFK was killed by Oswald? If not, do you think he could have been killed by these other groups?
Okay.
I've seen. Oh, I would say I've seen this one a lot, and I will say it is kind of tough to believe that one person carried this one out. Now, I can't say the CIA did it. I can't say if anybody else did it, but to me, from like all the things I've kind of seen, it's kind of tough to say one person did.
I think that more than one person was involved. Um, as late as the 60s, I don't see one person being able to successfully execute the President of the United States.
With two
Yeah,
shots.
like the fact that he was able to get 2 shots off. And again, as late as the 60s, there are time periods where like the protection detail wasn't about to stop nothing.
Yeah.
But, uh, and a lot of people were assassinated in the 60s. They were
A lot.
knocking people off left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them were on one side of the political spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, you know, based on where these United States are trying to head, it stands to reason to me that if he was the one who did it, he did not act alone. I think it is very likely that a larger apparatus was behind it. Um, Again, with how many people the CIA allegedly killed,
Yeah.
um, in the 60s specifically,
Yeah.
I would be surprised if, you know, I come to learn that he acted completely alone. He didn't have any help. There was nothing else behind it. There was nothing else involved. Like I'd be shocked if that was actually
Oh,
the case.
and to include more, because I got it pulled up on another one. So we just said they arrested Lee Harvey Oswald on the day of the shooting. 2 days later,
He got
Oswald was
popped.
shot and killed by Jack Ruby in a police custody.
Hmm.
Yeah, you ain't seen that video?
I
Yeah.
actually don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a video of him being escorted out. A dude pulls out a gun, pops him.
Mm,
Well,
that's a real
Yep.
suspect.
Yeah, got him out of there. So
and
this
that's
is
that kind of like that occurring could lead you to believe the mob did it because that's some shit the mob would do
so
based on what
yeah,
we've seen.
yeah, that's this is one conspiracy theory where I'm sort of leaning in the other direction as far as I think the mob was involved because Robert F. Kennedy, like I said, was huge, I want to say the attorney general at the time, but he was huge. He was going big on organized crime. Like he was going at the biggest mobsters in the country. So like that automatically put a target on his back. And you know, if you want to hurt him or hurt his family or his family standing, I mean, and I mean, obviously there's probably going to be some legislation towards, organized crimes that could, make their jobs harder or whatever they're trying to do. So I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, I would think the mob more than CIA. CIA doesn't really make sense only because the Bay of Pigs was a failure. However, if it would have been successful, it would have been really good for the CIA. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like CIA killing the president. They usually don't do that in America unless it's like somebody's really volatile. JFK wasn't that crazy. Like he was progressive for the time period, but he wasn't crazy.
You're pretty knowledgeable on this one, huh, Brandon?
I mean,
He's
this
a
is
history
kind of
guy.
my yeah, I love history. So this is one where it's like and the Kennedys are pretty, what I mean, they're pretty well known. But
Yeah.
I would
And
lean to believe the mob on this one.
and wasn't Robert F. Kennedy also assassinated?
He was while
Later,
he was
yeah.
running for president. Yep,
Yep.
he got popped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I will say, the guy who was running the FBI was really close friends with Lyndon B. Johnson. He was the person who a lot of people think is responsible for Martin Luther King's death.
Is that Kissinger or is that
That
uh,
is Hoover. Why am I forget my guy's
Edgar
name?
J? Is that
Yeah,
Edgar J. Hoover? Is that did I just make that up?
yeah,
I mean, I did. That is a name.
yeah.
J.
I
Edgar
forgot.
Hoover, not Edgar
J.
J.
Edgar,
J. Edgar
exactly.
Hoover.
J. Edgar Hoover. Yes, he was the guy that like had all MLK's phones tapped and all that shit. He hated the Kennedys, so it was like that type of stuff is what kind of leans into the CIA part. I get why people think that because he was on some funny shit. But yeah, it is wild. I mean, it definitely. I don't. I think it's definitely not just one person, especially for him to get, like you said, for him to get off days later before he could really talk. Like, yeah,
Yeah, 2 days is crazy.
yeah.
Okay. The next one, 9/11 cover up. Not since JFK assassination has there been a bigger national tragedy so heavily imprinted on American minds, or that has given rise to quite as many alternative explanations. Videos and photographs of the two planes striking the World Trade Center are famous around the world. The sheer evidence has provided even more fodder for conspiracy theories. In May 2006, a poll found that 42% of Americans believe that the government and the 9/11 Commission concealed or refused to investigate critical evidence that contradicts their official explanation of September 11th attacks. Why had the military failed to intercept hijacked planes? Fair. Had the government issued a stand down order to minimize interference with a secret plan to destroy buildings and blame it on the Islamic terrorists? In 2005, Popular Mechanics published a massive investigation of similar claims in response to them. The reporting, the team found that North American Aerospace Defense Command did not have a history of having fighter jets prepped to ready to intercept aircrafts that had gone off routes. While the team found no evidence that the government had planned the attacks, lack of proof has rarely stopped conspiracy theorists before. So this one's probably everybody's heard before, but 9/11 was an inside job, is basically the conspiracy theorists at this. What do you think about this one? And we were all alive for actual 9/11.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass day. For me, I don't think it was an inside job. Now, I do think it was a I do think it was something that was used. I think it happened, and I think the goal of the Bush administration was to create a war and to go get that oil. So I think he was like, "Ooh, this is a nice opportunity to blame it on a particular group of people, even though it was Saudi people who did it. We can blame it on others. Go to have a war with them and say they have weapons of mass. You know what I mean? Like we can kind of make that use the momentum of 9/11 to kind of just push through and have a war to gain all the oil. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I 100% believe it was an inside job.
Mm,
And a lot of that has to do with the buildings themselves.
mm,
If if you hit a building from the top, there's no way that it's possible for it to crumble straight down unless there are bombs on different floors, like like demolition style.
Hmm.
And the way that the buildings fell, there's no way that the planes did that.
Mm,
So the buildings would have to have already been set up to be destroyed in order to have been destroyed the way that they were. Um, the war on terror is another piece of it because I know that George Bush's daddy and the Middle East had some issues,
mm,
and W was probably like, "No, they don't like my daddy, so I'm gonna have to go get them."
mm.
P.S. the oil.
Right.
And then, if you look at the insurance claims that were taken out right before it happened, and the dude who got to claim the money, who said that his son's first day of school was that day. That's real late to be starting school.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, like if you look at all the things, then yeah, it's I. There's no part of me that believes that there wasn't inside involvement.
This one for me is like tough. I really don't know what to believe. I think as an adult, I can see where the conspiracy could come from. I can see how it could have been an inside job. And I do remember being younger, hearing that what Spencer just said, like there were bombs set up in like the underground, like the basement. This one, I don't know, man. This one's tough for me to really get behind the conspiracy. I do think, I mean, obviously it was real tragic. I don't know. I don't know what to believe with this one. I can see both sides for this one.
I
I really don't know.
I get it. Like I will say, I don't believe in the conspiracy theory, but I do believe due to the grave ignorance that was done by the Bush administration, FBI warned them that this would happen. And like warn them that hey, there's an attack coming. Like we don't know exactly when or where, but there's an attack coming. Like we have communication on their side that this is happening. I think due to the grave like miscalculation on the U.S. defense side, I think it leaves a lot of holes to where you can pick and prod and be like, oh, okay, well, why didn't you, like you said, why didn't you military go after them? Or why didn't do this? Or why didn't we already have protocols for hijacked planes and da da da? So yeah, it's a. I get why I don't believe in it, but I see why people do. Like this is one of the most like you could pick so many holes of this thing. It's easy.
And I see why, like, the way that it was worded in what Jordan read, the whole, like, refused to investigate critical evidence. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
that's another, it's like, well,
Why would you
yeah,
like why wouldn't you go investigate that? Like you should
yeah,
be
yeah.
turning over every single stone you can.
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like we said, if he wanted to go to war, a war that he knew wouldn't be supported, this is the way to get people on board.
That's my yeah, exactly. Like
Like, this
yeah,
unified the country
this was a boost. Yeah.
against anybody brown.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like we here in the United States, like don't you dare show your ass up here in a turban. It's,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
good.
bro.
Like it
Yeah.
was,
Mm-hmm.
ugh.
So during them times, comedians' jokes was almost all
Oh yeah,
like, "Hey man,
that's all you needed.
like, yeah, hey man, he walking that plane, like, what
Yeah,
we gonna do?" I'm like, all
a
right,
lot of
Yeah.
people developed a new accent that they
yeah,
that they that they could use. But
mm-hmm,
yeah, it was yeah, that was a time. Like there were a lot of shows that we got a season. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
all we got to do is throw some terrorists in there, throw a
mm-hmm,
brown person in there. Not too brown. Like they're gonna be brown, but like lightly
yeah,
complected.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
But
Little Dusty
like
Brown.
yeah, but like
yeah,
a big beard walk in here. Oh yeah, we know it. We know what time it is.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, it was yeah.
different
He's the
times,
reason that like George Bush. I heard him say Iraq and Iran
yeah,
more than like that's why. Because the first time I heard Iraq, I was like, what?
Yeah,
Or Iran? I didn't know that
Iran.
Iran and Iran were the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
anyway,
funny.
that was a time to be alive.
It was.
And like
Uh,
we weren't even super conscious yet when it
no,
happened, but I have some vivid memories from that time.
same. I literally
Same.
remember the whole day.
I remember that exact day. Yep.
All right. So this next one is dealing with Area 51 and the aliens. We may have Tang. I don't know. Tang, thanks. I don't know what the heck that means. Thanks to the space program, who gave us much innovations as the stealth fighter or the Kevlar. Aliens, of course. Conspiracy theories believe that the remains of the crashed UFO spacecrafts are stored in Area 51, an Air Force base 150 miles from Las Vegas. With the government, scientists, reverse engineers, aliens, highly advanced technology. Fodder for this has come from a variety of UFO sightings in the area. Testimony from retired Army colonels who say he was given access to extraterrestrial materials gathered from alien spacecraft in Roswell. Some believe that the government studies time travel at Area 51, also known as the Groom Lake or Dreamland. The government has developed advanced aircraft and weapon systems at this airbase, including stealth bombers, reconnaissance planes, and the government official line that the detail of Area 51 are classified for purpose and national security. It is only further proof that the military is hiding something. I
Yeah.
100% believe in Area 51. This is one I am 100% beside. And then ChatGPT kind of game it says for decades the U.S. government released a very little information about activities at the site, citing unusual aircraft. Okay, basically all the same stuff I just read. But yeah,
Gotcha.
what do y'all think about Area 51? Because I 100% believe that if it's not this, that I believe there is an Area 51 type deal.
I 100% agree. I don't know all the other stuff, but we would be irresponsible. It'd be irresponsible not to have an Area 51 to me.
Yes.
Like, and like,
I I think that yeah, like to say that there is an Area 50, I think that the actual Area 51 is a front, and because too many people know about it. So I think the real shit is in like Area 33, or
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
real shit is somewhere else.
You're right.
Deep underground, like
But
Yeah, deep
subterranean
underground.
levels.
Yeah,
but yeah, now I do believe that there is a place where that is happening. I don't know where I stand yet on intelligent extraterrestrial life.
I believe it. So let's say the government, because they've been slowly leaking stuff over the years. Most recently, I think like a month ago, maybe they released more information about things. If the government comes out and says yes, aliens are real, and yes, we have had contact with them, do you think us as a society can handle that information, or should the government continue to keep it covered up?
I mean, it kind of already has. I remember there was a defense dude. They did a hearing, and the dude basically said, "Yes, there's
Right, but
extraterrestrial life. Like we have record of it. Da da da. They have this
they
type of,
they
you know."
they show pictures. They show pictures and like, yeah, this is what he looks like. This is his ship. Do you think and like this is? Do you think the U.S. people or the world, not even just U.S., the world can handle that?
I mean, yeah, no, like again, like they broke that news, and it wasn't even top of the news that day. Like it was something else. Like it
Yeah,
was like Trump's mad about something. Oh, by the way, they mentioned there's aliens, and it was just like it was kind of like okay,
I
like
mean, aliens feels like something they're keeping in their back pocket as a distraction for whatever they need not talked about.
yeah,
But
yeah.
do I think the people could handle it? Honestly, now, yes. I think that once upon a time, like probably as early, like as late as the 2000s, maybe not, but with how media is now and everybody just kind of believing what they want to believe, and like with the landscape of, and I'm just speaking for these United States, with the landscape of the media and how people are right now, I feel like there are a lot of people that would need hard convincing. There are a lot of people that would say, no, it's not. That's not real. That's, you know, made up. Like, there are a lot of people who would be presented the evidence on a screen and be like, yeah, no, I still don't think that that is
I
true.
mean, I feel like an alien would have to slap them in the face for them to
Yeah.
believe it.
Like, there are some
Yeah.
people that they'd have to see it live.
And even
Yeah.
then, they might be like, nah, that's a dude in the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that there would need to be really hard proof, but if it was just presented, then I think that I think it would be handled pretty well just because a lot of people would be unbothered by it. Now, because of how people are, there would be some new cults that pop up, and
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
there'd be a lot of people who are riled up. Because there are people who are riled up now with nothing.
Yeah. Right.
So it's hard to say, but I think that it would depend on how widespread. Because if the alien, like if it was just one alien in one place, you know, okay.
They was like, they walk among us.
But yeah, if they said they walk among us, then a lot of people would feel validated.
Now let me ask you, okay? So this is definitely some movie type stuff. They'd be like, hey, we know 3 years from now we got word that this alien species is coming to attack the Earth. Do you think humanity would bond together to defend themselves, or do you think all the countries would be like, nah, we're gonna do this ourselves?
There would have to be hard proof, I think. I think
I
that if the world actually
Galactus is coming. The Silver Surfer pulls up. He's like, hey, I got this big dude coming to Earth 3 years from now. Y'all better get ready because he's gonna tear up the planet.
I think that if the world actually believed that, then yes, but I don't know that that would be the case. And, you know, there are a lot of people who would be like, yeah, my mortgage is still due. So there are a lot of people that would be like, yeah, my baby is hungry.
Is he bringing money? Like,
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
What you think, Brandon?
I think they would, just because for their own personal interests. Like China would not. China would be like, "Hold on, you gonna mess up my money by, you know, what I mean, the aliens popping up. Like we're not doing that. So I need y'all to get it together. You know what I mean? Like, and they're already building like space defense, and there's already a thing and all that. So yeah, I think they would get together. Like Trump would just have to. All these niggas would just have to be like, "Hey, put everything on pause. I know we was beefing." But if we don't handle this, we're all dead. So we kind of gotta just put a truce, temporary truce on this.
And the thing is, it does make me wonder what kind of potential political assassinations may happen. Because if it's a situation where this is really happening, and there are some, like, if Trump is like, nah, fuck that, I'm still doing what I want, he might come up missing in
100%.
this case.
100%.
Like, this is a situation where, like, greater good might take over.
Yeah.
Now, should the government and the powers of Earth tell the people that this impending doom is coming in 3 years, or should they secretly just start preparing and don't say anything until time gets a little closer?
I say don't say anything.
I think, I mean, that's what Men in Black do. Men in Black is like,
Yeah.
no, we keep the people happy because they don't need to know what the fuck is going on.
No,
I agree,
at all.
because people are going to be shooting, killing, robbing, everything to that
And
date come.
crimes. Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of people who are looking for a reason to wild out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
And that's the thing. Like,
shooting, all
when
that stuff is going down.
when we think about being told that the world was going to end in 2012 because the Mayan calendar stopped,
Yeah.
there were people who destroyed their lives based on that.
Yeah.
Whenever we were told that all planes were going to fall out of the sky because
on
Y2K,
2000. Yeah.
yeah, like people liquidate. Like, there are people who actually responded to that, and then the shit didn't happen.
I remember.
I know.
Hey, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I ain't gonna lie. I was 10. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I was
Thought it was
scared
a
too,
wrap.
bro. We was at church. That's where you just go to church at midnight.
Bro,
Yeah, bro, I thought it was over with, bro.
I thought it was a wrap, bro. I thought I was cooked. I
that's like-
remember I was
If you're a child and you think that, I understand how you got there.
bro. And
Yeah, bro.
I'll
If you're
never forget.
grown as fuck and like that's so yeah,
Um,
I think that because of that, I don't think the people need to know
yeah,
because there are people who are going to overreact. And then again, if the shit just doesn't happen, all the damage is done already.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
What you gonna
I,
say, Brandon?
I just, I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, I was with my grandma, bro. I was out there
Me
in the middle
too.
of
Me
nowhere,
too.
bro. I was in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, and I'm thinking of my mom, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you let your child who's very aware that this might be a
Yeah.
rap, like is aware of what I Y2K is, all that. Like if Cam was, I would never be. I'd be like, hey, you with me? It's all good. Just so you feel comfortable. You're with me. Everything.
Just in case.
My mom, bro. My mom was chilling. My mom was doing her thing, and I'm just
Say
like,
my mom too. I was with my grandma at church. I remember that thing
yeah,
hit midnight. I was praying to God. I
bro,
was like, man, I hope nothing
bro. We was in
happened.
there singing hymns. I was just like, nah, bro. I thought it was a rap.
You just gonna be that thing just
Yeah.
people start floating up to this.
A SpongeBob meme. Yeah, bro.
That's hilarious. Yeah, bro. I wonder if more people our age thought the same thing.
Bro, I think most people did. If you were in the 90s, that was a big deal. That
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
big deal.
And so with that, I don't know if we need to tell people.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. This next one, I mean, I don't really care about. We can talk about it if we want to. But this one is Paul is dead. So the and this
Paul
is kind of long.
Walker?
I don't think. No, Paul McCartney.
Oh,
I'm not gonna read probably the full thing, but it says Paul McCartney died in the 1960s, but replaced by a lookalike. So they said basically he never wrote all these big songs. He never clashed with Yoko Ono. He never became a vegetarian or a father to any of his children. We had knighted in 1977. He was actually knighted to someone else because he actually died secretly in 1966. Theorists claim that the Beatles cover up his death, hiring someone who looked just like him, sang like him, and had the same personality. But guilt eventually got to everyone, and they began hiding clues in their music. In the song Taxman, George Harrison gave his advice to those who die, meaning Paul. The entire Sergeant Pepper Lonely Hearts Club album was a washed Paul. It's basically there's a bunch of clues in it. The album contained John Lennon's "A Day in a Life," which had lyrics he blew his mind out in a car, and then recorded the phrase "Paul is dead, miss him," which became evidence only when the song is played backwards. Lennon also mumbled "I buried Paul" at the end of his Strawberry Field Forever. In an interview, Lennon said the phrase was actually cranberry sauce and denied the existence of backward messages. But yeah, that's basically the theory that uh, Paul McCartney is dead, and then Paul Sir is the one who basically became everything,
Never heard
which
that one
I'm
before.
saying, but also don't really care about the Beatles.
I was like, I have heard
Yeah.
it, and I've never thought that that was true. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, y'all got a body double. Like, so why Paul McCartney and not like I don't. Yeah,
He sings like him. Like it.
it was like y'all found somebody that looked like him, sang like him, and had his personality. That's what
Right.
you just happen to have a guy.
Right.
How was his death covered up? Because I mean, covering up a death is possible, but like deaths have to be recorded, like
I mean,
legally.
hopefully they record it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is
Same.
true. And I'm not, enough of a Beatles fan to really have feelings about it. But
Same.
no,
I could
I
care
don't.
less. I could care less on this one. So this next one is secret societies control the world. So if you're really a member of the global elite, you know this already, but the world is ruled by powerful, secretive few. And the many of us have heard in 2004, both candidates of the White House were members of the Yale University Secret Skull and Bone Society. Many who member have risen to powerful positions, both skull and bones, and a small potatoes compared to the mysterious cannibals, this mysterious cabals that occupy virtually every seat of power. The Illuminati, a sect said to have origins in the 18th century Germany, is allegedly responsible for the pyramid and eye symbol adorning the $1 bill. They intend to foment world wars and strengthen the argument for the creation of worldwide government, which would of course be satanic in nature. Or consider the Freemasons, who are a tout group of oldest and largest worldwide fraternity and boasts alumni like George Washington. So
Hmm.
this one, long story short, is the Illuminati and the New World Order are orchestrating every single thing that happens in most important decisions, basically.
Hmm.
Uh, the Chat GPT AI overview, basically, modern conspiracy theories claim that the Illuminati secretly controls governments, banks, media, entertainment, major world events through hidden influence. These narratives often connect with unrelated events or prominent individual into a single overarching plot. Despite popularity in books, film, online communities, and social media, no evidence has ever demonstrated the existence of this government, this organization. Do y'all think the Illuminati is real, or some form of the Illuminati?
I don't, but I think there is like, there's little societies around all the time. There's always have been, of the elites or whatever. Illuminati was always weird to me because that's one of the, I think Illuminati is one of the first conspiracy theories where I kind of like was like, bro, this is stupid. This is dumb. And because, like back in the day, like if you did anything, he's an Illuminati.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he did that little sign.
look
It's
at,
like,
yeah, look at
look
the
at his
way he held
hands.
up the rock symbol.
Yeah, Jay
That,
Z. Yeah, all
yeah,
they
I
part
was
of
just
it.
like, yeah, I was just like, oh, bro, like, can we not just enjoy the music? You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't believe in it, but I do believe, in elites and billionaire tech people doing crazy stuff and all that. Yeah, I do.
I think there is some form of this secret society. I do think so. It might not be called the Illuminati, but them boys, I think some group of people does control major events.
Yeah,
I I think I'm somewhere where Brandon is. Like, I don't think there's like one governing body at the top controlling literally everything, but
yeah,
I think the Illuminati exists on a smaller scale. I don't think
yeah,
it's like a true global top of the pyramid controlling the entire planet and series of events strategically. But I think that on a smaller scale, Illuminati style groups may exist in different
right,
parts of the world.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like there has to be something. Like some group has
yeah,
this much power. And it
Because
might
I don't.
be, the 1% they always talk about.
Mhm.
It
yeah.
might be the 1% of the 1%
Oh
that's in
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's gonna be the people who have amassed the wealth of a country. Like
Yeah,
people who have the GDP of a nation are gonna be the ones that uh occupy this group. And, those are the people that would have the level of power and influence to orchestrate large scale events that are global. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't think I don't think that one group controls every part of the planet. I think that
right,
that's kind of where I land. Like, if there is an Illuminati, then it is kind of broken out into sectors. But
right,
Do you think
like
our
I
boy
don't
Lex?
like I was gonna say, like, just as an example, I don't think that China's Illuminati and the US is Illuminati. Like, I don't think that's the same Illuminati.
gotcha.
Just
I
as
think
one example.
I
Like,
think they
Yeah.
would have
there may be
someone
some
like a
cahoots.
representative. Yeah,
Yeah,
that there's some. Now, do you think our boy Lex Luthor, aka Jeff Bezos? Do you think? I mean, not Jeff Bezos.
Elon
Fucking
Musk.
Elon Musk. Do y'all think he would be part of it?
oh yeah.
Absolutely. He would,
Yeah.
yeah, he'd
There's no way that
be
he wouldn't be a part of that because
first in line.
yeah, and like some of his beliefs and some of the things he's done. Yeah, like if that was a real group, he
He know them people.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
absolutely. He
he
got that
he
group
would
text.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
he wouldn't like based on where he is, he wouldn't accept not being a part of it. Like if he wasn't a part of it but knew about
Yeah.
it, he would try to expose it.
Yeah.
That's who he is. So,
I was thinking. I wonder how many saved contacts he got in his phone. Like, if he was to ever lose his phone, I don't even know what would happen.
I'm
And
sure that
somebody cracked that code. Oh yeah,
there's
Yeah.
some level of encryption that probably wouldn't allow for that. I'm sure he also has multiple phones, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
but if he ever lost that one phone, just take one girl, take one little hoe to get
I
that
mean, and
phone.
he's got a gaggle of baby mamas, so
True.
Which
They
is
just
wild.
well,
they just
he's
take.
money
Well,
money
look
does
at the
that.
money. Yeah, like bro, I would
Yeah.
too.
Okay. You're right.
Money goes a
Yeah.
long way. Along with that, there's somebody for everybody. So like, yeah, we think he's corny, but he might have, you know, said something right to somebody once. And who knows if these were even willing participants, because I know that there are at least some of them that he offered a ridiculous amount of money to shut the fuck up,
Yeah. True.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Alleged. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. This next one. So this one, I do not understand when people say this one at all because it's the amount of evidence that we have is crazy. So this one is Holocaust revisionism. Despite overwhelming evidence in an admission and apology from Germany decades ago, revisionists continue to claim that nearly 6 million Jews were not killed by Nazis during the Holocaust. Iranian President Muhammad, I can't say his last name, for one, has called the Holocaust a myth and suggested Germany and other European countries, rather than Palestine, provide land for a Jewish state. Unlike this president, I can't say his name, most revisionists do not deny that Jews were interned and imprisoned in camps during World War II, rather than they argue that the number of deaths were greatly exaggerated. Gas chambers, in particular, are a sticking point. Holocaust deniers say that there were purely a rumor, and if it did indeed exist, they were not powerful enough to kill, though the evidence in history indicates otherwise. And photos of dying Jews tell a different
Right.
story. Attorney Edgar J. Steele, a revisionist, says all those pictures of skinny people and bodies were stacked like cordwood were actually Czech Poles and Germans who died of typhus and was rampant in the camps.
That's crazy. Crazy.
So yeah, this theory is They say that the Holocaust did happen, but not that many people
It
died,
was
like they say.
exaggerated.
Yeah, exaggerated, which is crazy.
Yeah. I feel like this is a loaded, like, a lot of those countries hate Israel. So to say something, they kind of hate them so much that they'll say whatever the worst thing you can possibly say is. So I feel like in this case, they know Holocaust is going to be like one of them hot button things. So they're like, well, it didn't even happen, or yeah, not as many people got, you know,
It
captured or
wasn't that
whatever.
bad. It wasn't
Yeah,
that
exactly.
bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's more of that than it is like because if you just don't believe it happened, then yeah, you have a bigger problem. So, but
Yeah.
I think I agree. I think it's a situation where yeah, like they're trying to come up with any way they can to delegitimize to an
yeah,
extent.
exactly. Mhm.
Because it would be very easy to say, we know Israel as liars. So of
Mhm.
course they would lie about, how bad this was for them to create the victim mentality. And like I understand how they could lean into that argument.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it's a situation where they are potentially saying, because we don't trust y'all,
Hmm.
we don't believe y'all on this particular, like, we don't believe y'all at all. Like,
Right.
nothing that you talk about is as bad as you say it is because we know you as liars, is what that kind of feels like.
Yeah.
So it, I feel like anti-Semitic is being thrown around a lot, just kind of in the world right now, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's being thrown around in a way that's inaccurate, I think.
I agree.
But I think that generally speaking, the people who either believe the Holocaust didn't happen or that it is greatly over exaggerated could fit into that boat because it feels like anti
Absolutely.
Semitism is why they feel that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, and on the flip side to that coin, I do understand why there are people who feel like it could be over exaggerated because we, as black men, are aware of how under exaggerated some things are and have been.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I was that's what I was thinking. Like that's what I would go to.
And so I hate to say this, but I have a lot more grace for a black person who says, I think they're over exaggerating a bit than anybody else because if we're going to play a game of who suffered more,
Yeah.
and if we're going to play a game of, who could potentially be owed reparations for the suffering that has taken place, and if we look at the amount of attention that the Holocaust gets versus the suffering of everyone else on Earth, and more specifically, the black people, then, yeah, I see how you get there. I see how you could, make that connection. However, I don't think that our suffering being under talked about means that Jewish suffering was being over talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I agree with that.
as but again, unfortunately, as far as narratives go, it does make a lot of sense for the West to like there is a benefit in over exaggerating how bad the Holocaust was.
Hmm.
And there's also a benefit to under exaggerating how bad slavery was.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of the winners are the ones who tell the story. Um I'm saying all of this to say that I don't think that it's ridiculous to come to that conclusion when you consider everything.
Yeah.
Um
I,
I but I think that for the like anybody who says the Holocaust just didn't happen, that's ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
think that that is usually rooted in anti-Semitism.
Agreed.
But for anybody to say that it was exaggerated, I firmly understand how one could make that conclusion
Yeah.
I
based
think for
on
them it's hard to realize
all of the
like 6
context.
million people. But
Yeah, because 6 million people does sound like a very, very large number. And 6 million people is a very large number. And the thing is, if anybody's like, oh, 6 million people like isn't feasible or isn't possible, no, King Leopold killed way more than that in the Congo.
You did.
We're not gonna let's not we're gonna I'm gonna
That
step
dude's
off of
a
that one.
monster.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
Uh,
oh, go ahead, Brian.
no, I was just gonna say, for those who don't know, that reparations were given to Holocaust survivors in the United States. Germany did pay reparations. So yeah, it's not a
Oh,
foreign thing.
reparations were paid for slavery. They were just paid to the slave owners who lost their property,
Yeah.
not the
Uh,
enslaved people who were freed and continued to be
I'm gonna get
oppressed.
to the next one. I'm gonna get to the next one.
Yeah, let's do that.
This one's a little bit. Some of these I'm gonna kind of start getting away from what time is talking about. I want to get to some little bit more fun ones as well. But this one is on time. This is the reptilian elite.
Oh
I
God.
wondered if the reptile people were going to come up.
Yep. So they are among us, blood-drinking, flesh-eating, shape-shifting, extraterrestrial, reptilian humanoids with only one objective in their cold-blooded little hands: to enslave the human race. They are our leaders, our corporate executive, our beloved Oscar winners, Grammy-winning singers, and responsible for the Holocaust, the Oklahoma City bombing, and 9/11 attacks. At least
Oh,
according to former BBC reporter Dick David Ick, yeah, who became a poster human for the theory in 1998 after publishing his
poster
first book.
human.
I know it's crazy. His first book, The Biggest Secret, which contained interviews with two Brits who claim members of the royal family are nothing more than reptilian crowns. And then the AI overview basically says the reptilian shapeshifter conspiracy theories claim that the hidden race of humanoid reptilian beings, often being called reptilians or lizard people, secretly control government organizations, financial institutions, media, and other powerful organizations by disguising themselves as human. What y'all think about this one?
The I'll just get out the way on this one, but this is the type of stuff
This
This is a
is
that
the one that
proper.
got you.
This is a conspiracy theory that
Yeah,
like gets the label and that
yes,
yeah, because I would have questions. Are these reptilians able to procreate with humans? If the answer is yes or no, does that mean that all like if the answer is no, does that mean that only people
they
without
keep coming.
children are the reptiles?
I don't know.
Uh,
They keep coming. Like they bring them
oh,
from their planet.
there's more. Okay, they're being
There's
come
more coming
imported.
on.
all the time. It's kind of like being on a plane, bro. You just come into another country, a couple of reptilian people. You know,
Okay, they're being imported. Okay,
yeah, like squirrels on a college campus. They're just getting brought in.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
this is nonsense.
I
This is the
mean,
ones that makes Brandon not want to do the episode. This is that one.
but who's to say if we believe in aliens? Who's to say that these aren't those aliens?
I mean, we're
That's
talking
fair.
about
That is fair.
animorphs, basically. Like, what are we? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
And the person who backed this the most, what's my dude's name? Uh,
David, talking about David Icke.
nah, he was on television. I remember he challenged. He said Sandy Hook didn't happen. Um,
He ended up getting sued.
yeah. That guy. He's big
Yeah,
on
yeah.
lizard people. Like he talks about that all the time.
Dang, what
And
was his name?
so
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you're
with
talking
him
about.
attached to it, it even proves my point even more. So
yeah. I have a tough time with the lizard people, and I assume they're not being literal, but like if they're like there are some like physical limitations that cold-blooded creatures have that would create issues if they were among us, and the shape shifting, and yeah, I no.
yeah, no, no.
Yeah, that one was real hard to believe. This next one is dealing with.
That one's also
Uh,
probably hard to prove.
well, they did say they're shapeshifters. Shapeshifters. Now, do you think?
So the
I mean,
scrolls.
I mean, basically scrolls.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, which one would you think if the government was like, "Hey, this guy right here is Bob. Bob, do your thing." He shifts right in front of you on TV. You think the American people are like, nah, that ain't real. He's chosen to these reptilian people.
Yeah, it'd be AI. Yeah, that's AI, man. Whatever he just did, that's AI.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, what would it
bro,
take? What would
The
it take
problem
for
is
you to believe it?
the technology's too good now to
yeah,
have anybody really believe that.
bro. Me and Ken, we were at a park or something, and something happened. Had nothing to do with technology, but a kid was on the swing and he saw, and he was like, "Bro, that's AI." And I was just like, "Bro, what are we doing?" Like,
I can't just be saying. Can't just be saying
just be
stuff. Yeah.
saying stuff.
If
I
they
was
hear
like, me
stuff,
and
they
Ken
gonna
look,
say it.
yeah, me and Ken looked at each other like, AI, like they ain't got nothing to do with it.
I was
But
maybe talking about
that's what
Allen
I mean.
Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, but that's what I mean. Like, people would automatically go AI. Now, yeah, I feel like the boomers would believe it, but kind of not. Would fall for it even if it was right
Oh,
or not.
the problem they would go straight to, oh, those are demons.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, I feel like more people would be like, "Oh, those are demons," than "Oh, those are alien reptilian people."
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well,
Oh, dude.
especially in these United States.
Yeah, religious people would lose their mind
Yeah.
with saying that was demon. So, all right, these next ones. So these are more like kind of fun ones. They started as like a joke, but then they actually attracted kind of more attention.
Mhm.
So I put up the AI overview for this one. This one is Wyoming. Wyoming actually doesn't exist. The conspiracy is almost entirely an internet joke, but
Mhm.
it's a conspiracy theory that pretends the U.S. state of Wyoming is a fictional place, and anyone claiming to have been there or been there has not. Says maps have been altered. People who say they're from Wyoming are actually actors or government agents. The land labeled as Wyoming is actually part of a neighboring state and is used for secret military operations. Uh, and the reason why is because Wyoming is the least populated state in the United States. It's vast, rural, and sparsely populated, a place many Americans have never visited. Typical evidence, hardly anyone knows anybody from there, mostly empty. So do y'all believe Wyoming is a state?
I do believe Wyoming is a state.
Have you ever been there? Can you prove it?
Can I prove that Wyoming is a state?
Can you
I
prove it?
myself have not been there.
Do you know anybody who's
I
been there? Oh, Brandon?
I have a friend who's from Wyoming, and
How do you know? How do
he,
you know he's telling the truth?
I mean, I trust that he's going to tell me where he's from correctly. But
Government
yeah,
agent though.
Well, and
no.
the thing there is like the whole it's not really a state. Like I don't know what exactly that means because like it is land that is there, and even if there are actors, there are people who live there.
How do you know?
Hmm.
You never been.
I
No,
know people who have been to Wyoming, but again, even if they're actors, they still reside in Wyoming so that if visitors come to Wyoming, there are people there to be like, hey, I live here. So, like,
Those are all actors though.
yeah, but they still live there. Like,
Nope.
it is, it
It's
is
not. It's not
still,
Wyoming.
it is still
It's
a
a.
land occupied by people.
It's not
And,
Wyoming though.
and I guess,
I'm starting to think Wyoming is not a state, bro.
I think
what?
that that
I'm
could
sorry.
be,
I'm starting
because
to think it.
because again, if we are really discussing like what even is a state, who determine like whenever you look at lines on a map versus uh what people just like there's you get to some questions, which is why I'm saying like what does doesn't exist mean? Because as far as I'm concerned, the land is there, the lines are drawn, and whether or not there are actors, there are people who reside in what we know as the state of Wyoming. So,
Until then, if you actually from Wyoming, hit us up on Instagram and tell me you're from Wyoming. I need to see a picture of you in front of the state sign. That's the only way I'm gonna believe
okay.
That's gonna be
I I mean, I
Send us
think that
pictures that you're really
going to
from Wyoming.
Wyoming is something that's very doable.
You might not
This
come back.
this could easily be proven with a drone, perhaps. But
yes.
I do know people that have been to Wyoming and that are alive.
Okay.
Or at least they were told they were in Wyoming. Who the hell knows? I guess. But
I'm sorry not to believe Wyoming's real. I'm gonna do one more seal when I'm gonna get back
so
to the normal
is
one.
Wyoming just Colorado?
Yeah, bro. It's just an extended Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado Plus, bro. You gotta it's the subscription, you gotta go to the next one.
Colorado Plus is stupid, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get to the next tier.
But
uh
yeah, like I do Wyoming is known as just being wide open space.
Hmm.
So yeah.
this next one, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've had so much fun with this one. There was a time where me, Tanner, and our boy Jared, we were all part of this kind of conspiracy group for fun, and we were loving this time. This was a great time in life. This one is birds aren't real.
Oh, I love this one.
Yes, this is absolutely
This
one
is
of
one
my
of my
favorite
favorite
ones.
ones.
Yeah. So the Birds Aren't Real conspiracy is one of the most successful pieces of the internet satire in recent years. Unlike many conspiracy theories that gradually evolved, this one is created intentional as a joke. So the premise is birds were exterminated by the U.S. government sometime between 1950 and the early 2000s. They were replaced by robotic drones. These drones spy on the public. Birds recharge by sitting on power lines, and then bird droppings are supposedly tracking devices. Look at Brandon's
Oh,
face. Tracking devices by surveillance technology. The slogan is "If it flies, it spies." But basically, it was started by a guy in 2017. Became a website, social media accounts, merchandise, mockumentaries. Uh, yeah, it became. Oh, it says part of the appeal is it mirrors how some conspiracy theories are constructed. It includes a secret government documents, anonymous insiders, convenient explanation for missing evidence, and claims that anyone who disagrees is part of the cover up. So I had so much fun with this one.
This one is fun. I will say, um, The Incredibles has this, and
Yeah,
that's when I was like, well, because The
bro, my
Incredibles,
biggest
yeah,
evidence
has a bird
too.
that's a drone.
And think
yeah.
about it too, bro. We in the middle. We be in the middle of Oklahoma City. We in a big city. You know, we're in a major city. Why the fuck is it a pelican flying over here? You know why? Because they're part of the water, the aquatic division, and they're just going from one location to the next location.
So I do have some logistic questions on the birds aren't real. Are we talking about birds across the board,
Birds across the
or
board. Let me. I'm
so
gonna
the problem is
find.
that includes chickens and
Okay.
ducks, and we know people who own chickens and ducks.
I'm gonna try to find that infographic that tells you each division that the bird is from.
Okay. Because like if we're talking about the grackles, like them black Walmart birds that just be yeah, like okay, I understand why people could consider them to be, and you know, it's ridiculous because we watch those birds eat and whatnot, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I didn't, I haven't like looked into it, but yeah, like somebody told me about it, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I I like this because it's absurd, but like the good kind of absurd. Like
True.
I I enjoy this one because
Dang, I
it's
wish I could
one
find
that
this infographic.
like even if you take it seriously, like it's just fun.
Brandon,
Yes.
what's your thoughts on this one?
Man, this is one of those silly ones where it's like it's annoying as hell, but it's also kind of funny. Like like you're just leaning into birds not like no matter what, just lean into it. Yeah, it's pretty good. So
I mean, but be fair, they be sitting on power lines. Why are they able to just sit on power lines? It's because they're charging. Why do birds be pooping so much on your car? It makes sense. The government is tracking us. Does that not make sense?
The government has better ways to track us.
thank you.
Like they don't have to do that. But yeah,
Oh, I found it. Okay.
okay.
So the pigeons. Pigeons are the urban surveillance, okay? So they are the ones
Oh,
that's in your cities, your parks, your high traffic pedestrian areas. Those are the ones that you got to watch out for the most, okay? The seagull division, those are coastal and waste management. Because why do we have seagulls in the middle of the city? You know why? Because they were in one division, they got to go to the next division, okay? The hummingbird division, they are the targeted assassination ones. They are the ones who have micro surveillance and offensive operations, and they are very precise. Okay. You got the vulture division. They are the ones public sanitation and reconnaissance. You kill somebody, you got to have somebody cover it up. So them the ones who be doing all the body cleanup. You're like, damn, what happened to old Johnny Body? The vultures got him. You got the owl division. This is the last one. They are the
Nocturnal.
nighttime. They are the nighttime surveillance. There you go. You on board, Spencer? You are on board. They are doing 24/7 monitoring. So after you think the world has gone to sleep, no, the owl division. They are here watching. They're here watching.
So those are the only birds that
Yes,
are
those types.
those are the drones. Okay.
Yeah, those are the drones. And then it even has like it has a breakdown of what the bird looks like. So the eyes of the camera, they got a microphone in their neck, the wireless antenna is on the back of their neck. They got a CPU, got a little speaker on them, battery, and then they got the charging coil in their feet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one's just fun. I assume that
Yeah.
again, them like black Walmart birds are part of the pigeon division.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
urban division. Yeah.
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 So cool. Uh, I would okay. Yeah, I guess if it's just those birds, then it makes a little more sense than it being
Mm,
just birds across the board. Because I was like, what are we doing with pelicans and
right.
Well,
well, not pelicans,
they're,
flamingos and
they're they're
ostriches.
they're probably part of like the African division of this.
Okay.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
people. I mean, you gotta see what's going on out there.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, and they mastered waterproof technology pretty early then,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, a lot of those birds be in the water, and yeah, like hawks and falcons, like those types of birds. I guess
Mm,
what are
Those are
they there for? The
they're
mountain
probably like
division.
the mountain division, bro. Yeah, because you know a lot of stuff going on in the mountains. You got to get to high points, and
true.
you know you got to see what's going on. So, Brandon, are you fan? Not fan?
This one I'm not a fan of, but I've heard it so long that it's like it's kind of gotten old. But if it would have been the first time hearing it, I would think it was idiotic, but still kind of fun. But yeah.
Okay. I'll do this last one. This one will be the serious one. So and this is back to time.com. The CIA and AIDS. So, since the Centers of the CDC reported HIV and AIDS epidemic in 1981, rumors have it that the deadly virus was created by the CIA to wipe out homosexuals and African Americans. Today, the conspiracy theory has a number of high-profile believers, including South African president, can't say his name, once touted the theory, disputing scientific claim that the virus originated in Africa and accusing the U.S. government of manufacturing the disease in military labs. When she won the Nobel Peace Prize, Kenyan ecologist, can't say her name, used an international spotlight to support that theory as well. Others insist that the government deliberately injected gay men with the virus during 1978 hepatitis B experiments in New York, San Francisco, and LA. Still others point to Richard Nixon, who combined the U.S. Army's BioWare Department and National Cancer Institute in 1971. Through the discovery of HIV, Dr. Robert Gallo at the National Cancer Institute, and another doctor, I can't say his name, they don't agree on its origins, but most members of the scientific community believe the virus jumped from monkey to human sometime during the 1930s. Y'all think the CIA is responsible for the outbreak of AIDS? I wouldn't put it past them, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like the problem is I'm like 65-35 thinking it is true.
Like I can see that.
Mm,
Again, because the Tuskegee experiment. To say like, oh, they would never, or that's ridiculous, it would never. No, the government was doing that type of shit at that time.
true.
The Tuskegee experiment ended in, I think, 72. That is late.
Really late.
And as aggressive as the attempts were to rid the world of gay people, especially in the 70s and 80s, it stands to reason that this is a way to do that.
Yeah.
And so, and the fact that it very specifically affects the gay community and the black community, like I think that black was just a plus. I would think that it was very specifically targeting the gay community.
Yeah.
Because again, the time period lines up, and this is absolutely something that the government has done before, and
Yeah.
would like the it. all of it lines up. So
Yeah, I could see this one for
like
sure.
I'm like 65% like, yeah, that's absolutely what that is.
What you think, Brandon?
Mm, struggle with HIV just because I don't know if they, since it didn't originate in the United States, like I'm just wondering, like working together with another country on something like that would be kind of tough. Now, I guess you could, I don't know. I think now if you told me, CIA was behind the crack epidemic, yeah, that one I'll believe a little more.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
even a conspiracy theory at this point. Like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
yeah. I think yeah, I
like
think
that
that's
one like
Yeah,
that one like that's another one. It's like, no, they did that.
yeah.
yeah.
So it's like that one makes sense. Whereas this one is like, I feel like you're sort of reaching. Whereas and especially HIV was so unknown, it was just like I don't know. It just feels like the blowback would be a lot kind of. It'd be pretty crazy just because you aren't as familiar with the disease yet. Where the crack epidemic, like they knew what was going to happen. They knew, crimes are going to be committed, families
Well,
going to be broken up, all that stuff.
the thing with that is, I think that even more supports it because with the Tuskegee experiment, they were seeing what untreated syphilis was going to do. Like
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
was what the experiment was like, let's just see what happens. And so, if there's a community that we view as expendable and we want to see what it's going to do, how it's going to affect, yeah, like that would be the
Plus,
way to do it. So I think that the fact that they didn't know much about it almost supports the fact that that's what this was.
oftentimes the biggest breakthroughs in science is at expense to another person's life.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the reason that we know anything about gynecology is because of the barbaric things they did to enslaved women.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I said that was going to be the last one, but I just want to rapid fire through some of these ones that I just saw on Wikipedia, just because these are more kind of closer to kind of our time frame. 5G misinformation, conspiracy theories about mobile phone technology have circulated since 1990s, having historical parallels with radiophobia. 5G technology deploying in 2019, same year that COVID hit. So they're trying to say that they're linking those two together. Climate change, I'm gonna 100% tell you, I think climate change is real. We got the dead internet theory. The dead internet theory is a belief that modern internet is almost entirely populated by bots and procedural generated content. That one's kind of hard to believe, but I also know that
Mm,
there are a shit ton of bots out there.
All right, so let's
true.
before we continue, let's address these. Uh,
Yeah.
what was the first one? 5G and
5G.
COVID?
Yes.
Okay, nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely nonsense.
Climate change.
I
I believe
didn't
Yeah,
there's
know.
some
I
type
didn't
of
know
climate
climate
change.
change was considered a conspiracy theory.
Well, a lot of
anymore. It
people,
used to be.
yeah, I said a lot of people. Well, yeah, there was a lot of people who basically say, "Oh, climate change isn't real."
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, he even
I
has it right here. Donald Trump. It says conspiracy typically alleges that the science behind climate change has been invented and distorted for ideology and financial reasons, higher taxation, control on lifestyle, and more authoritarian government. President Donald Trump and U.S. Senator James Ihoff and this other guy, another guy, have promoted such theories. So yeah, I mean, they're trying to say climate change isn't a thing.
well, that's the thing. Like, it benefits the money to say that climate change is not real because fossil fuels
Keep
are
drilling.
destroying the
Yeah.
earth, but they're very lucrative. And so, yeah, like it benefits the money to say that this is a conspiracy theory, and yeah, like this is one of those. It's like, no, it's happening.
What
Yeah.
about the
I've
dead?
seen.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
I
I
was gonna
just
say
saw
the
it.
dead.
Republicans. My bad. It
Mm,
is Republicans. A lot of Republicans have come to the side of like it's real. It's just not as drastic as they're saying, basically.
yes.
And the thing is, like we have seen that the fossil fuel industry has done everything they can to fudge the science in the direction of it's not real. So the fact that we allegedly have seen the people with the money try to manipulate things to lead us to believe that it's not real when in fact it is because it being real negatively impacts them.
Mm.
speaks to the fact that it is real. To me, anyway,
So does
because that's the kind of
tornadoes
shit that
in
they
New
would do.
York. Yeah, tornadoes in New York, and you know,
And
all
and I
kind of
think
random
that
shit.
and one of the things, because when we were growing up, it was just called global warming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there were a lot of people that would say, well, then why is it still cold in places? Or like, why, are
yeah.
like, they would say, like, why is the earth not a boiling pit of lava if global warming is real? And I think that moving the verbiage over to climate change has helped because it's like,
Hmm.
no, we can point to some very evident changes that have occurred based on what humans have been doing. So, yeah.
Then we got the dead internet theory that most of the internet is just bots and generated content.
That is likely true.
I feel like
Like
the
I've,
percentages of that happening is like, yeah, it's growing year by
yeah,
Yeah.
year.
I think
Uh,
growing every day. Like there are,
Yeah.
I get ads all the time that are like, "Hey, make a faceless YouTube channel by just doing this," and it's like,
Mm,
okay, so it is actually like we're just loading the internet with bot-made content. Okay,
yeah.
nothing gets me more mad than like, oh shit, I got a new follow on Instagram. Go look. Hey, why are all these guys saying this to me on my story? I'm like, bro.
Hmm.
Uh, the next one, flat Earth. We kind of talked about that a little bit. Now this next one, I don't know how it is not
if
like
if there's a flat earther listening, please let us know. I have questions.
just jump off the Earth, bro. Just jump.
Just I want to talk to you because I have some questions.
This next one is I don't know how this is considered conspiracy theory because I think this is 100% real. Targeted. Oh wait, not targeted. Which way? Smartphones listening in on private conversation. According to the theories, smartphones and microphones listen to private offline conversations and use data in targeted ads. How is that a
That's
conspiracy theory? I thought that's
that's
yes, we know that.
yeah, like that's absolutely true. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
100%.
how often I say your phone is always listening.
Yeah,
yeah. I
Like
thought we
it
understood that.
I thought that like we make jokes about it. Um
100%.
like there are a lot of times I will reference my FBI agent,
Hmm.
but I mean and that may be a little bit different. But yeah, no, our phones are always listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always. So, but
And not
yeah,
just
that's
phones. Like I mean, the
anything
conspiracy theory
electronic that's hooked
extends
up to
to
the
yeah
internet.
TVs and yeah all the things
Yeah.
Yeah.
are listening to you. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But that's all the conspiracy theories for today. That's it.
Okay, obviously there are
Hmm.
more that
Yeah, yeah.
exist, but
There's always more.
I think those are the big ones. And yeah, Brandon, did you hate this episode?
Wasn't a greatest time, to be honest, but you know, it had, conspiracy theories need to be debunked at times. So yeah, it was cool.
Was there anyone Brandon Gru's like, yes, I agree with that theory?
The JFK one. The JFK one is one where I'm like, okay, I see what you're thinking here. The rest of
Okay.
them, for the most part, some of them was like, okay, it has some legitimacy, but yeah.
Was there anyone you was like, now this is absolute dog water trash?
Um, I think it's the lizard people. That was, yeah, yeah. That was This, after that, I was kind of lost. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, we probably won't do another conspiracy theory thing for a while. So I was like, it's better to go ahead and, get him out while we still can.
yeah.
I think
Hopefully
that
everyone enjoyed it.
I feel like every time we do it, the people have a level of interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, there is one that someone told me about years ago, and I should have tried to look it up for this, but I didn't. And I haven't seen the conspiracy theory since, but something about the Denver airport. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but it's something about the Denver airport. There's a secret like passageway or something. I can't remember what the theory was, but it's something about Denver.
I've
If the
also
people know
heard
what it
some
is, like,
conspiracy theory about
yeah,
that. Like the fact that
let me know.
it's like 40 miles from anything else. And yeah, like
True.
there's I don't I also don't remember what it is, but that sounds like a familiar one.
Yeah, there's something about the Denver airport that is not right.
Hmm, interesting. Yeah. I don't know.
If there are any, if we discussed any theories that you disagree with us on, let's talk about it. If
Yeah.
you know about the lizard people, please, let's talk about
Yeah.
it. I want
I
to know what you have to say about the lizard people.
I'm fully aware I am in the minority when it comes to conspiracy theories. So yeah, definitely hit us up. Let us know.
I don't think so, Brandon. I think that you were. I think that for the most part, you were very much like, I understand how you got here on a lot of these.
Mm,
And the ones that are more ridiculous, obviously, are more ridiculous.
right.
But
Yeah.
there's like ones where it's in the middle. Like I'd say the Holocaust one is one where you're kind of in the middle of like
Mm,
I could see how, but also all the evidence shows that this was absolutely a thing.
yeah.
So I think you had a lot of grace
Yeah.
than you planned on having. I think you assumed we were walking into a bunch of lizard people theories today.
100%. 100%.
That's
Yeah.
why I had to get to some of those. I had to get some of
Oh no,
those.
those and again, sometimes those are fun, but the fact that there are people who like 100% actually because they're fun when you're talking about them as conspiracy theories.
Right. Exactly.
But if you're talking about them as canon, that's when it's like, all right.
Yeah. A little far.
And again, if you are one of those people, let's talk about it. I want you to
Yeah.
stand 10 toes down on it. And we will have the discussion. I don't know if Brandon will have the discussion. I will have the discussion with
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
on
I
it.
might call you an idiot, but I'll have the discussion.
I would honestly for this episode I would have loved if we had like a hardcore conspiracy theories like break it down for us and let us try to nitpick it. I don't know if they would have been down for that, but I would definitely be down for it.
And also, when it comes to conspiracy theorists, because there are so many, I do kind of wonder where the lines are. Like, I would imagine every conspiracy theorist has a niche. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who just is 100% in on all of them.
Yeah.
And so, like, if we have somebody who all birds are drones, let's talk about it. If we have somebody Earth is flat, let's talk about it. If we have somebody, you were there when JFK was assassinated, let's talk about it.
If
Um,
you live in Wyoming,
if you live
let's
in
talk about
Wyoming, let's talk about it. If you are a lizard person, let's talk about it.
it. Definitely that one. And I got to see transform on screen.
I don't know if we know anybody powerful enough to actually, but also I wonder, like, so for the lizard people, let's talk about it. So are all of the lizard people who are sent here, are all of them in positions of power, or are there any like lizard people who are on like the lower rung, who are like just among the normal people who
There's a
are
damn. I couldn't. I'm struggling out here.
yeah, like I don't know if there's a hierarchy or if like if you are a lizard person and like you don't make it to the top, then do you get like sent back? Do you get dealt with? Like, do you just stay here? But like, I wonder what happens to the unsuccessful reptilians, or if that's even a thing. If because the reptilians already have all the control, or do they just shapeshift into a different person? Like, I have questions about.
Give it another go.
Yeah, I have some questions about the logistics and the I would love to discuss the lizard people situation because I want to know some details on like what happens whenever things don't go the way they're supposed to, or if that's even a thing that happens in the lizard community.
Yeah, definitely let us know. Definitely let us know. But with that being said, we'll never duplicate it.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.